we just want to welcome and introduce Richard and Simon, who are level 7. Thank you for coming.
All right. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys? You know, this is the only part of my presentation where I'm actually right. I say good morning no matter what time of the day. So I figure I'm just 50% right every time. Every day I'm just 50% right. Oh my gosh. It's been a pleasure to be here, and I'm just feeling very, very special to just be invited to your family here. And just like all of you, okay, you know, when we're venturing into new things, we never know whether it's going to work or not, okay? So about 9 months ago, it's actually exactly 9 months today, okay, for Samana, that she's been with this program. And, you know, when we started 9 months ago, we didn't know it was going to work. We're just putting money into this, and just like a whole bunch of other things that we've tried, right? We're hoping that, okay, maybe this is the one. And every time we do it, we say the same thing. Maybe this is the one, okay? And, oh my gosh, it's been decades, and we keep on saying, maybe this is the one. Okay, well, I think we've finally landed. This is the one. We finally made money with something, and we're at a point now to where this thing here is so easy, people are now doubting. Oh, this is too easy. Oh, okay. So now we're you know, it's kind of doing this reverse thing. So anyways, what we want to do today is we want to introduce this program. And just like Josh said, it's a very, very simple program. So far, 100% of those that are participating are making money every day. So if you know, you're wanting to maybe test something out, this is a very, very worthwhile one. Just for track record reason. You don't even have to believe me. You just need to look at the track record. When you have 100% making money, it gives you some hope, doesn't it? Okay, that's really what it's all about. Okay, so this company that I want to share with you today is called BG Wealth Sharing. This company is all about going all over the place, all over the globe, and do whatever they can to help eradicate poverty. That is their mission. Everywhere they go, they want to help eradicate poverty. Their thing is, in order to solve this money crisis for families, they took a different approach. Their approach is, instead of creating, let's say, a foundation where people can go and qualify for whatever assistance and stuff like that, it could be a good thing. At least in principle, it's a good thing. This program's supposed to help people in need. But just, let's take, for example, one of the more well-known ones, like the Red Cross. You know that only 3 to 5% of the money donated goes to the cause? And the other 95% is just all inside. It's just all admin stuff. So only 3 to 5% goes to the intended cause. This company decided that instead of creating a foundation, even though it has good intention, instead of doing that, it decides that the best way to help solve family finance is to get the money directly to them. You know best what to do with that money. You know best how to deal with your own family finance. That is this program. At this point, there's over 400,000 of us that are benefiting from this program, and 100% of them are receiving direct financial benefit. Not go through some organization and get qualified. No. You are the ones that are receiving. Everybody is receiving, including ourselves here, okay? We're receiving that direct benefit. And it is changing the financial landscape for those that are lucky enough to be blessed and be a part of this company. Now, how many of you here are trading already? Okay, so at this point, do you feel like you've been blessed? Yeah. It's truly that right there. We're the lucky ones. Okay? So this program, BG Wealth, created a platform that allows individuals like us to team up 2 times per day. Every day, to make money, we have to team up. And then how we do this teaming thing, okay, what do we do really? We're actually crypto traders, okay? We are a private trading club. And in order to make money in crypto, they created this platform that allows all of us to team up and do everything exactly the same at the exact same time. And because of that platform, we are able to win 99.6% of our trade. This team trading thing it's bonkers. This is why a lot of people can't believe our claim. We're not claiming, it's a track record. We're winning 99.6% of our trades. And that's why we're saying 100% of our traders are making money every day. And we don't care what your experience either, as long as you do what we do every day. And in essence, if 400,000 people are making money every day, and you come in, you do the exact same thing, what reason would there be that you're the only one that can't make money? There wouldn't. If everybody is making money, then you should make money in the same way that everyone is making money. Does that make sense? Okay? That's what this program is all about, all right? So, yeah, we want to reach out to you and say, look, we understand that you got financial stress points out there. You got car payments to make, house payment, child care, elderly parents. You got all sorts of financial stress every month. But when you start to just follow our plans here, okay, do what we need to do as a team, then we know that in the very first month, we are going to bring supplemental income your way. That we know. And that is why we are so proud of this program. That is why we're so excited about standing here, because we know that financial relief is coming your way. All right? Okay? And so here's the first thing that I need to do is, for the next 5 minutes or so, if you're new, we want to give you a little bit more detailed information on this company. It goes over steps that we do to make money every day, this team up process. It's only all together when you get good at it. Maybe it takes 3 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yes, it's there's some requirement to be a part of this group. Let me just ask this right now. Do you have a cell phone? Yep. And do you know how to copy and paste on your phone? Yep. That is your qualifications, my friend. You need to copy and paste. That's all you need to know. Everything else is just, well, that's it. That's our qualification. Okay? So that's really what this team trading thing is all about. Okay? Every day, twice per day, it's 8:30 here and 2:30 in Hawaii, we go in and do team trading. And as long as you're able to do that, copy, paste, confirm, we're all going to be making money, just like everybody else. Okay? And so with this team trading thing, okay, I'm going to continue to say this because it's 95% of what we do. This is how simple. What you just saw there, that's really our program. Okay? So what's the other 5%? Well, the show you how to sign up, how to withdraw, all those are just little details. But the simplicity of this program is copy, paste, confirm. And if you think you got that, then you got 95% of this program. Is that pretty easy? That is pretty easy, okay? Now, if you are just thinking, you know, I'm comfortable, I'm shy, don't know how to talk to people, don't want to share it with anybody else, can you actually make money here? Yes, you can. If you just want to trade and you don't want to share it, then just trade and trade every day. If you're on that schedule, you're looking at doubling your money around every 45 to 50 days. So if you're starting your trading account with, let's say, $1,000, 45, 50 days later, it will go to 2,000. 45, 50 days from that, it will go to 4, and then 8, and then 16,000, just like that. Now, are you guys, if you're trading, are you experiencing that? Yeah, everyone that's a part of this. We're all experiencing the same thing, okay? And that's just 2 trades per day. But at some point, you're going to feel like, gosh, I'm feeling pretty blessed here. This is pretty easy money. Compared what we do to make money to anything else that you've done, is this the easiest by far? And is it also the funnest part of your day? Yeah. This team trading thing it's really simple. Okay? So yeah. At some point you're going to feel like, gosh, I'm being blessed to come upon this. And you may start to feel guilty that, boy, I really need to start sharing this with somebody. It's really good. So this friend of mine from Texas, that's what he said. He said, oh, this looks good, but I'm not going to share it. 3 days later, he called up. I'm going to break my promise. This is good. He's now a level 4. It went from not sharing to, because he's now understanding what this thing here is all about. So he has reached out and blessed. He's level 4. How many people is on level 4? Yeah, he's got a team of 500 people now. Okay? So he has literally blessed 500 families. So at some point, you may feel that you need to bless somebody because you are being blessed. Okay? And the moment you start feeling that, you are now in alignment with the company's mission. And as I mentioned earlier, the mission for this company is to help eradicate poverty. With this program, everyone that you come across, everyone that you are able to help, they are going, okay? And you're going to help them financially, all right? So you are going to align yourselves with the company's mission. Help eradicate poverty. When you do that, the company says, okay, you're helping to expand the company, but you're also strengthening the company's stance in the market. Right now, there's over 400,000 of us. The goal for 2026 is to have 1 million of us. Can you imagine the power behind our team trading thing? When you have 1 million people doing exactly the same thing at the exact same time. We are, at this point, we're already market movers. We go in there, for that moment, we control the market. You know that? This is why we're winning 99.6% of the time. You know that by teaming up, just for a brief moment, our team is controlling Bitcoin? I get goosebumps thinking about that. You know how powerful that is? We control Bitcoin for a brief moment in time because we team up. But that's just with 500,000 people, 400,000 right now. Just imagine a year from now, we're at 1 million strong. That's why We're sharing this. We want to stabilize our base and continue to make this happen for everybody. But we also want to touch those ones that we come across with financial blessings. All right? Okay. When you start to share this, then the company says, well, we're going to set aside 7 different levels of rewards for you. Because there's 2 ways that you can make money here. The first is trading. You just trade every day. The second is when you start to share. Does that make sense? Okay, so these are separate monies that you're going to make. Let's take a look at how you can achieve level 1. Level 1 simply says, go ahead, share this program with 5 people. And the 5 people that you're sharing with, they need to invest a minimum of $300 in their own trading account. This is an account that the new person will own 100%. You're not handing this money over to the company. You're literally just creating your own trading account and putting your $300 in there that you have 100% control. Does that make sense? And that 300 is not 300 next month and next month and next month. No, this is one time. Right? This is a one-time deal. Okay, so now you get 5 people that will come in at the $300 level. Company says, great, you achieved level 1. Then they will give you $100 one-time reward for achieving level 1. After that, you get paid 3 times per month for a guaranteed salary. What? You go in one time, just doing this team trading thing, and you get 5 people like that, and you get a guaranteed salary that pays out 3 times per month. That's on the 9th, 19th, and the 29th. Okay? $30 every 10 days. That's what you get when you start to share this with people. You get a level 1 like that. Then this thing here, 5x5. What is this? To me, if you understand this 5x5, it is the most powerful feature of this platform. And what that 5x5 is doing is, once you complete it, you will get a 3rd permanent trading signal. Instead of getting 2 trades per day, you're now getting what? 3 per day. That changes everything. So here's what happens. 2 trades per day, your money doubles around every 45 to 50 days. 3 trades per day, your money doubles around every 30 days. Let's do some math. Okay? Let's say you got $1,000 in your trading account, and you're trading 3 times per day now. So there's 1,000. 30 days later is what? 2,000, 4,000, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512,000 in 10 months. On your 11th month, you hit 7-figure. Inside of 1 year, you're going to hit 7-figure. And you're thinking, no way, this is just way too fast. Well, we will prove you that, yeah, it works that way, okay, with this program, okay? And we'll prove it to you here in a little bit, all right? So how do you get this 5x5? It sounds really good. How do you get this? Okay, first off, you get 5 people. Then you help each one of them get their 5. Then each one of them have to come in with their initial investment. It has to be $500. So you get 5 people, help each one of them get their own 5. That's a total of 30 people, right? Then each one of them will need to invest $500. in their trading account. When that happens, the company will give you that third trading signal. In my opinion, if you get to that level, you got it made. Literally, you got it made. Okay, how many of you here are already trading 3 times a day? Anybody? Are you there yet, Kanani? The third trade? 3 trades per day. And then have you seen a little bit of a difference or a bunch? Huge. Yeah. Yeah, it's a complete game changer. Okay? And yeah, so that's why I think that is a very, very worthwhile thing. So with this presentation, I want you to walk out of here with 2 things. I don't want you to remember any more than that. Just 2 things. 1, how do we make money? Team trading. Okay? We team trade. We go in together, trade together, we move the market, and we get paid. Okay? The other thing is this 5x5. You may not remember all the details. You might walk out of here saying, I think there's this 5x5 thing. Sounds pretty good. Even that is acceptable to me. At least you know those. You know that there is a 5x5. Okay? So those are the 2 important things. All right. Next, level 2. So how do you get to level 2? To get to level 2, it says you have to have 2 direct level 1s and 25 people. So first off, you know that you need 2 direct level 1s, but what is a level 1? Well, a level 1 person is anybody in your team that has 5 people. That make sense? So if you have somebody in there with 5, that person is a level 1. Well, in this case, it says 2 of them, so you need 2. So this one's a level 1. How about this one? Is that level 1? Okay, how about this one? This is a level 1. Isn't that 2? Okay, then you go up here and it says, okay, you got the first part. Second part, you just need to have 25. So there's you, there's your 5, there's another 5, that's 10. Here's another 5, that's 15, right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So as you see it here, is this a level 2 person? Yes. Yes, this is a level 2 person. Okay? They will get $300 one time, and now you're up to $150 every 10 days. That's your guaranteed bonus. Okay, that's your salary. All right? Another way to get to level 2, because there's 2 ways, is your 5x5. You complete the 5x5, you also are going to be at level 2, but you get 1 extra big bonus. And what is that? The third trade. Okay? That's a 5x5. Hey, I think you're starting to get the gist here. Level 3, 3 direct level 1s and 125 people. By reading that now, is it starting to make sense? Okay? Yeah. 3 direct level 1. So you got this one, and this one. There's 3. Then next, you just need 125 members. They will pay $800 one time, $500 every 10 days. Who here is a level 3 now? Anybody yet? Oh, okay. How about level 4? How long ago did you hit level 4?
Last Saturday.
All right. So you're going to get your first pay, huh? Or have you already had?
I got my bonus.
You got your bonus? Okay, so here's a level 4. So a level 4, what is that? Oh, that's $2,000 and $1,200 every 10 days. How about level 5s? Anybody here? I know Josh is. And Mata. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you can see here, you know, the referral income is very steady and it's guaranteed. It's pretty phenomenal. Okay? So now I'm going to go a little bit further. Here, what we're saying is let's say it takes 1 year, takes 12 months for a person to reach level 5. And that means you have a team of 1,000 people. So when you have a team of 1,000 people, then how you start out making minimum salaries, around this level is when the system start to convert you from getting minimum pays now to a bonus percentage. You're now making money off your team volume instead of minimum pays. Okay? The minimum pays is simply that. You hit, let's say, level 1, you get 30 bucks every 10 days. Level 2, you get 150 every 10 days. Okay? But once you've built a big enough team volume, then you are going to get paid on the volume instead of on the minimum. Does that make sense? And you will get paid based on whatever is higher, whichever is bigger. So let's do that calculations. Okay. You have 1,000 members. And also the assumption here is you trade every day for a whole year. You think your account your account will continue to grow, right? Well, your team's account will also grow. And a year into it, we're averaging that everyone in your team will average 10,000. That's on the low side. In 1 year's time, that would be low. We'll use it anyways, okay? You got 1,000 members. Each one of them have 10,000 in their trading account. And in the video, we only risk, every time we trade, we only risk 1% of your money. That means 1% of that 10,000 is just 100 bucks, right? So what happens to the other 99%? It just stays in your account as margin. Just in case, once in a blue moon, and we're talking blue moon here, okay, just in case we have a bad signal where we all take a loss. We experienced it once, 4 days ago, I think. In 9 months, we had one lost signal. That is amazing by itself, isn't it? Okay? Well, we finally had a loss, and Josh was happy about it. And he wants another one. Okay? So, yeah, we only risk 1%, and 99% just stays in your account. But just in case there's a loss, okay, they give us a backup trade, a backup signal to make up for that loss. But in order for you to continue to make money that day, because, you know, if, let's say you lose 1%, the next trade they trade 1% again. Well, that's only to make back what you lost. But the goal is to get you to make money that day. So in order to do that, on that second backup trade, okay, instead of trading 1%, they actually trade 3%. So then you can make up for the loss plus the extra, plus your earnings, right? And that's why Josh is like, whoa, on this loss, he actually made more money on that day than the regular trade. That's why he's saying, hey, let's have another one. Okay, all right, okay. We trade 1%. 100 or 1% of 10,000 is 100. How many times do we trade per day? Twice per day. 2 times 100 is 200. That is your team's, that is the volume per person, okay? So 200 times 1,000 is 200,000. Then you have to multiply this by 3%. What is this 3%? Well, if you take a look at the chart, it says if you're at that level and you're getting paid on the bonus percentage, you're going to get a 3% payout. That's where that 3% comes from. 3% times 200,000 is 6,000. Then you have to multiply this by 60%. So what is this 60%? You know, when we do the team trading, we all go in at the same time, we team trade, and we win. Well, on that win, we have to split that winning with the company. And it's typically 60, 40. 60% to us, 40% to the company. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's why we multiply that winning by 60%. So 60% times that 6,000 is $3,600 per day. If you have a team like that, okay, with that volume, that's how much you will be overriding per day for having this team. Then the system will keep track of that for 10 days. After 10 days, which will be, let's say, on the 9th, 19th, or the 29th, you get paid. So 10 days on that, that's like a $36,000 payout, right? And now you're thinking, no way, this is too much. How can the company afford this? There's no way the company can afford this kind of payout. They'll go bankrupt if they pay this much out for one person. And you will be right. The company would go bankrupt if it was coming from the company. But it's not. That payout is not paid by the company. When we do the team trading thing, we're actually in the actual crypto market itself. We're right in Bitcoin. You know that? Our trades goes right into Bitcoin itself. So when we win that, it is DSJ, it's the exchange itself that is paying us that winning. Does that make sense? So because of that, it doesn't run out of money. So you don't have to worry about our company running out of money because it's not the company that's paying us. It's the actual market itself. What a relief. Okay? But this is a big deal. We have something here where we're getting paid a lot, and now we don't have to worry about it running out of money. Is that a good thing? Very good thing. Okay? Then, what about the other 40%? The company takes 40%. What do they do with that? You know, I cannot think or have ever seen a structure where the company takes 40% of the profit, but they have zero risk. You know that our company is making 40% at no risk? I don't know about you, but that is the smartest, it's a genius move to make that kind of money with no risk to them. So how is that? How is it that they make that kind of money with no risk? Well, when you do the trading, is it your money or is it the company's money? It's your money. And you're the one that's doing the trading. And then when we win this, we split it with the company. So the company is actually making that money with no risk. Right? Okay? So we got two things going for us. We got a structure where it pays and pays and pays. As long as we team trade, most likely we will win that trade. And as long as we win that trade, the market will pay. And it will pay and pay and pay, and it doesn't run out. So that's the first thing. The second thing, we got a company that is making 40%. Okay? You think this is a pretty wealthy company? Oh yeah, this is a very wealthy company. So those are the two things to keep in mind. Okay? We're in good position here. Okay? But then the company says, well, there's no risk on their end as far as taking the trades, but they also want to reward us, and that's why they set aside these 7 levels here. So these 7 levels, yes, the company will pay out, but that is after they already made the money. Does that make sense? There is no risk initially. So now they got 40%. You add 0.5%, 1%, 2%, 2.5%, and so forth. You add all that together, it's only 15%. Company goes in with no risk, and now out of the 40%, they keep 85 of it and only pay out about 15%. Still very, very wealthy, isn't it? That's a lot of money. Okay? So now, this 3,600, now hopefully you understand that you don't need to worry about it running out of money because it won't. And in fact, you know what the highest paid person is per 10 days with this? Here's this guy that started right at the beginning when this program came about. It was about 3.5 years ago. Every 10 days, he's only getting paid about 1.7 million. That was a month ago. Okay, yeah, he's making a lot of money, and we don't need to worry because it's not going to run out of money. Does that make sense? Okay? So here is the thing. I want to mention this because sometimes people will go and search, just do a surface search, and they'll find a lot of negative things about our company. I'm going to address that right now. Okay, but before I address that, I want to make sure you guys understand our position. Here's our position. Okay, we team trade every day. That's how we make money. But who else out there that are making big money are doing team trading? Banks do it every day. 1 second. Okay. Banks, in order for them to make money, in the market, they team trade every day. They team up, get a big volume so that they can move the market. Insurance companies, they do this every day. People, big traders at Wall Street, they definitely do this every day. So that's legal, right? If that's legal, then what we're doing is completely legal. Does that make sense? We're just doing exactly the same thing. Okay, then there's the other aspect. We fall under the Securities Act of 1933. Under this act, any company that's doing this business have to do a Form D filing. It's not a complete SEC filing because it is not required. We are not a public company. We are a private company still. Because of that, we only need to do Form D filing. All right? So they've done that. The SEC knows exactly what we're doing because we already filed the Form D. So now we have the SEC saying, okay, you're good to go. We are doing everything on our end here that follows protocols to make sure that we are legal. So we're doing all this. And then you go on the internet, and then you read something that says, oh, BG Wealth is a scam. Really? So who would you believe? Somebody that knows nothing about this program and just starts yapping out there? Or do you believe something where everything is already set up? Does that make sense? That's where we stand. There's a lot of stuff out there. Okay? There's a lot of copycats out there that you need to be aware of. And those ones, every time they copy what we do and they fail, who gets the blame? We do. You know that there's about 10 more companies right now as we speak. They're copying exactly what we're doing. And if they fail, who takes the blame? We do. We can't stop them from starting, but we just want you to know that we are in good standing. Does that make sense? Okay, hopefully I've clarified that. Okay, you will see negative things, but you need to go back to what we do. And you will see that everything is all in place. Okay? Now, we've come to this point now to where you understand what we do. You understand, that we team up twice per day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share an account where it's doing exactly that. Okay? And then let's see how that account is doing. Is that okay? Okay, let's do it. Let me get that on. Okay, so I'm going to have Sumana log in and share her screen, okay? This is an account that started all of this, okay? Exactly 9 months to the date. So let's see how this account is doing. And why do we want to share this? First off, I want to preface this, okay? The numbers, it's kind of outrageous. We're not doing it to show off, but to show you that this is a real program and people are completely benefiting from this. We talk about this and this and this and this, so now we're going to show you a real one. And then every one of you that are trading, you know it's real too, okay? So now, go ahead and go to your start date. Okay, here it is. If you could see, she started trading this platform on March 16th of this year. And today is what? December 5th. Oh, it's only one more day before 9 months. Okay, all right. Okay, she started trading with $500. This is her trading account. Now, if this is so good, why didn't we start with more? Well, remember, in the beginning, we're just like you guys. We're wondering, is this real? So we're testing it in the same way that you're thinking if you're new. We're just testing it. And we're like, okay, it could be another one of those, but this one happens to be the one that works. That's where we're at right now. Okay, she started with $500 and she helped 5 people to trade with her. So she qualified for the 5x5. Does that make sense? And because of that, how many trades is she able to do per day? 3 trades. All right? So then, because she helped those 5 people to come in, they also came in at the $500 level. She got 25, 25, 25, 25 bonus initially for enrolling those people. Then she put that $125 into her trading account. Outside of that, there's no more money out of pocket. This one here is strictly trading from that point on. Does that make sense? I want to share this program, this account, because it's completely organic. There's no new money injection. It's just strictly trading. And that's exactly what we are training everybody to do. Okay? Go ahead and go to your assets. That $500 is now $472,000. And you're thinking, no way. Again, every time we put these numbers up, people doubt this, that there's no way 500 can get to this level this quickly. Well, this is only half the story. The other half is, how much have you withdrawn, Samana? She already withdrew $180,000 from this. So let's take a look at it. Go to your withdrawal. Okay, here it is. Here's all of her withdrawal records. Just to let you know that this program, not only that you can make good money, but you can withdraw anytime you want. But here is the stipulation. In the first 50 days, as you're trading, we don't recommend that you pull money out because they are complying with AML. AML is anti-money laundering. It's a governmental program that will not allow people to put money in today and pull out the next day. They're doing this to prevent, let's say, drug money or something, where it goes in dirty and comes out clean the next day. Does that make sense? So they won't allow that. And that's why they want you to hold it there for 50 days. But what if you need to pull money out for some emergency purpose? You can, but you are going to get hit with a 20% penalty. Does that make sense? So if you pull out earlier than 50 days, you're going to get whacked with a 20% penalty. All right? Keep that in mind. There's some small stipulations there. I'm not going to go over it today. When you get to that point, you'll understand it. All right? But in general, 50 days. Okay? Now, so yes, you can withdraw. And here, she withdrew anytime she wants for whatever amount she wants. Well, the minimum is $40. There's no maximum. You can withdraw as much as you want. Okay? Well, it's your account, so you have full control, right? Isn't that what it says on the video? It says you have 100% control of your money. And that's exactly what that is. Okay? Okay, let's go back. Now, if you are trading, I want you to follow me because I need your help. Okay? So go ahead, open up your trading account, and then go to your assets page. What I'm going to do is, this is a good educational thing for you guys. If you're trading, we're going to show you how to access your own trading statistics. All right? Okay. I'll give you another 10 seconds. Log into your trading account. Okay. Here we go. From here, go ahead and click on Futures. After clicking on Futures, go to Invited Me. After inviting me, click on Copying History. Right below that, Copying History. And what you see on your screen is your own statistics. What you see up here is Samana's statistics. So now, as you can see up here, in almost 9 months, we're 1 day away, she took 790 trades. And her win rate is 99.75%. This is where the money is coming from. Trading, winning, team trading, right? Okay? Because there is no way you can get a 99% win rate by yourself. It's not possible. Okay? Team trading, 99%. So what you see on your screen, you can share that with your friends, your family, if you want to show them what this program is about, right? Okay? I think it's a good stat. Let me ask some questions here, because when I showed her account, that 400 some odd thousand, a lot of people are like, whoa, is that real? Maybe it's because she's extra special. Well, I'm going to tell you guys right now that there's nothing special here. She's 100% average. You know that in this program, we're all equal. She's not better than anybody. Josh, Mata, we're all the same. Okay? The only difference here is time. She's in at 9 months and you're not. Otherwise, the win rate, let's take a look at the win rate. Okay, what is your number? The top number, that number. 121 trades. And what's your win rate? 99%. Who else has a number? Yes.
312.
312 trades. 99%. Who else has a number? Yes.
126, 99.21.
Okay. Back there?
376 and 99.73.
Okay, one more. Who else has a number? Yes.
174 and I got 100%.
Oh, so did you miss that trade? The only way that he gets 100% because we had one missed trade. Okay, out of the 9 months that we've been trading, we had one bad trade. Okay, so if you got 100%, I know you missed that day. Okay, but why am I asking you guys for those numbers? It's simply saying we're all the same. The win rate is phenomenal, isn't it? Her numbers here is not outrageous, it's just average. Everyone is doing the same thing. So that means you start trading with us, you're going to have the same winning stats. And that means you are going to make money too, just like everyone else. Fair enough? Okay. Now, thank you for those numbers. Now, let's go to Samana. Go back to futures. Okay. Then click on historical order. Okay. You see, here's all the records. You know that 400 some odd thousand? I told you earlier that we can prove where those numbers come from. We didn't just throw numbers on there. Here's all the trading track record. Trade by trade by trade is all here. Is that making sense? Okay. Now let's go to the top number. Samana. So this was our 8 o'clock trade, the 8:30 trade. So on that trade, she made $3,002 on that one trade. How many trades is she taking per day? Okay, pull out your calculator, Samana. Times 3, 3,000 times 3. She's making $9,000 a day trading. And she started 9 months ago with how much? $500. Is there hope for you guys? There is hope for everybody. Okay? And some of you might be saying, ooh, I need to mortgage my house to get into this, the $500, right? I'd say, don't go to Costco for 2 weeks. And that's how you fund this, okay? Okay, all right. Okay, so just for fun, let's multiply this by 30 to get an idea how much he's making per month trading. Is that ridiculous? That is ridiculous. But is this all the money she's making? No. She's got 2 income sources, right? The other one is the promotional income. Well, she happens to be a level 7 income earner. That pays her $10,000 every 10 days. That's 3 times a month. So add 30,000 to this. That's how much she's making per month. And I mentioned earlier that once you're on, or once you're able to do 3 trades per day, how long does it take to double? Okay. If we get a chance, if somehow Mata and Josh are able to bribe us to get here in the next 30 days, that number will double. And if we get here 60 days from now, it will double that double. That's how it goes. Okay? So, yeah, this is what this program is all about. We're not doing it to brag, but we are doing it because it's real. Okay? And then, hey, do you want to show the picture? Just before we came over, because she hit a level 7, she got another bonus. They said, well, since she hit level 7 before the end of this year, they want her to go pick a car up anywhere from $50,000 to $300,000. They will cover everything. Okay? So before we came here, since, a lot of people, they're still thinking this is fake, we just ordered a fake car. It's only $225,000.
Nice.
Okay, it will be ready when, actually sometimes in February. But anyways, this company is real. And we're here to tell you that it has completely changed our family finance. It will change for you. That's why Josh and Mata, they're here. Why? Because it can help you, maybe instead of doing 3 jobs, I'll take it down to 1, and then eventually to no jobs. Well, then you have a job. And that is that team trading thing, right? But can you even say it's a job? It's only 5 seconds each time. All right? So anyways, this is what we want to share with you today. So again, this is by invitation only that you can trade with us. So if you want to trade, you need to get back with the people who invited you here, have them send their referral link, and you sign up through that link. It is the only way that you can trade with us. All right? With that said, I want to thank all of you for being here, and we will see you again soon. And thank you. Then we'll take any questions you have. Okay, if you have questions, go for it. No questions? Oh, I guess it's time to eat then. Still, you can multitask, right? You can eat and maybe listen at the same time. Yes.
Can you explain the 5x5, how important it is to invest the 3 instead of 5? I mean, the 5 instead of 3.
Okay, so she is asking about the 5x5. How come you can't do it with the 300, but can only do it at the 500 level? Okay, the 5x5 is not a level. The 5x5 is strictly by itself. Okay, meaning you have to get 5 people and help those 5 get 5. All of them must come in at the 500 level. That is just by itself. There is no substitute for this. Okay? If you want the 3rd trading signal, it has to be 5x5. Every one of them has to come in at the 500 level. So, to add on to that, what if you have 5 people, you got one at 500, 500, 500, 500, and then the last one, you got one at 300. Does that mean you can't qualify for the 3rd trade? Well, not in that setup, you cannot, but you can go ahead and get another person that will come in at the 500, build it the same way, then you can get your 3rd trading. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's how you get qualified for the 5x5. Good questions. Any other one? Yes?
This is my first time hearing this. And the 5x5 is only for 500, or you can go up $1,000?
Oh, good question. Okay, the 5x5 means you have to start minimum 500 all the way to 5,000, but you cannot be less. Okay, so it could be 1,000. You have 5 people at 1,000. That still works because it's more than 500.
Okay, I have another question. Can be transferred?
Just in case something happens?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So how it works, we actually have one in Utah right now. Just shortly after both husband and wife enrolled, the husband passed. So what the company require is a death certificate, and then once you just provide what they need, and one of them is that, then they will pretty much release, all the information on that account to you, but you're going to have to liquidate it. Okay, you will have access to it so that you can pull money out, withdraw. That's how it works. Because you cannot trade. If the person is gone, you cannot have 2 accounts. Okay, you can only have 1. So if you have situations like that, you will have to liquidate that one.
So the trading is only just you cannot use 2 accounts on the same name?
No, you cannot, 1 person, 1 account. You can't create another account under your company. You can't, none of that. Okay, just you. If the company finds out that you actually have two accounts, they will remove you and ban you for life. You can never come back in. So don't do that. Huh?
How young you can trade?
Okay, age to get in. Okay, it's a little bit tricky. Okay. As far as getting a trading account, there's no age limit. Anybody can get a trading account. But the issue becomes the point where you want to withdraw money. That's where you have to verify your ID. Does that make sense? Like, for example, you want to get Coinbase, or you want to get Kraken, you want to get Crypto.com. All those things are financial instrument, and it's just like a bank account. When you create an account with Coinbase or Crypto.com, it's just like setting up a checking account. They will need ID verifications. Does that make sense? So if you have, let's say, a 15-year-old, well, what is driving age here? Really? Oh, yeah. Okay, so for a 15-year-old, that'd be pretty simple. So if that's the case, maybe even a 13-year-old would be okay. Because, in the next couple of years, they're going to have their driving, their ID, right? And then they can go ahead and provide, the information that's needed to create their wallet. Then they can withdraw money. But if you're talking about, you got an 8-year-old or a 5-year-old, that's harder because it's going to be a long wait before they can provide. Well, it depends, okay? Certain wallet will take passports, certain will not. But here in the U.S., we're a lot more strict, okay? And because of that, they do require, certain kinds of ID, okay? So for the younger ones, I'd say, even 12, 13 years old, that's probably a good range where they just trade for a couple of years. And then by then, the moment they are able to pull money out, there's millions in there. Yeah. Yes.
If I start with $300, then later on can upgrade it up to 500,000.
You can add more money anytime you want, all the way to 10,000. Okay? If you're adding more money, you'll make more money because you have more in there. But you cannot top up to get the third trade. That third trade requires first time 500 or more. You can't come in at 300 and then 6 months later says, ooh, I got a lot of people that are coming in at the 500. I want to qualify for that third trade, right? So now I'm going to top it up and say, I add $200 more to that? No, you cannot.
So it's only from
Yeah, only from the beginning. Good question. I like that. Huh? Oh. Okay, sorry.
Sorry if I missed it. How does the trade work, and can you explain that team trading concept? No one in the world claims 96%. All those big traders.
Yeah.
How are you able to get this? Where does this trade signal come from? Can you explain that?
Okay. So I will reiterate that because he missed the trade. Okay. So currently, this team trading concept works this way. Good. Every day we have a platform that allows all of us to go in at the same time. Okay? So when we go in and take a trade, currently there are over 400,000 of us. Okay? So we go into this platform and they issue a trading signal. Okay? So this trading signal comes from where? The platform, the founder of the company created an algorithm. And then with this algorithm, it finds, where a good setup is. And then after that setup is determined, they also have a team of professionals to evaluate that setup. Then when those two come to an agreement, that's when they issue a trading signal. So all of the technical stuff is already done for us before they issue the trading signal. Okay, so now we have this trading signal. We go ahead and copy it. Then all 400,000 of us are now copying and trading this signal. Does that make sense? Okay. We all go into the trading platform, and we got 20 minutes to do this. So they allow all 400,000 to get in. Now, once we're all in, the floodgate will open. Boom! When you start to do the trading, your position is pending. You're actually in the market, but you're not live. Okay? It's waiting for the other 400,000 people. But then, when it's time, that floodgate opens, and at the exact same time, 400,000 traders go in at that moment. And because we go in at that moment at the same time, we shock the market. The market is completely shocked. And for that, this is where movement come into play. If you have 400,000 going in at the same time, it will move the market. And that is where we're getting the 99% win. You can't get it by yourself. Nobody can get it by themselves. But as a team, that's where our 99% comes from. There is nothing like that. I've been a day trader for 13 years. The highest, I talk to a lot of professionals. One of the average is around 70% win rate, and they have to manage that. When I first heard about this, 99.6, I was like you, scam. Okay? But I did my homework and decided to be a part of this because there is nothing out there that will be able to team up like this. Oh, and then when we take the trade together, here's what happens. Okay, floodgate opens. All of our positions are now in, but because of that, it just moves the market. So let's say it moves this much. We don't need that much movement. We only need this much. We take base hits every time. We don't care about the big movement. We only need base hits. And when you have 400,000 people doing that at the same time, do you think we have enough power to move this much? Every time. That's how.
What the other 400,000 that cover those orders, to fill those orders.
So this is why we only trade Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only crypto out there that can accommodate our group. Other coins out there are not big enough to accommodate our volume. So yes, the market maker and Bitcoin will be able to cover us all day long. Okay, big. It's a big company. It's just like, banks and organizations. Why is now I'm talking the stock market. Why is the E-mini so big? And only the big guys trade? Because they got big positions. No other instrument can cover them. Bitcoin is the only one that can cover us.
Is the DSJ a specific exchange just for your company?
No. DSJ is an exchange that is for everybody. We have a 10-year cooperative contract with DSJ. BG Wealth is a marketing company, and they are the one that comes up with the algorithm to do this team trading thing. Yeah, Professor Stephen. Okay, they're the one that comes up with that. But there is a cooperative contract of 10 years, and that 10 years is, the agreement is DSJ, the exchange, they are giving us preferential treatment on this aspect. If you take a look, you go to the DSJ platform in there, there is a button in there called Invited Me. That button is specifically for our team. No one else that is using the platform will have access to that because they have to get everything all set up. So that is our 10-year contract right there. So when we go in there, when we do all this trading thing, okay, that Invited Me is what our team is all about, okay? So 10 years, 3 years is gone. We got 7 years remaining. And of course, they're already talking about, continuing this before the end of the contract. But yes, DSJ has over, last I heard, they have, on and off, they have over 1 million other traders outside of us. But for us, that Invited Me button is just our group, a team of over 500,000. Okay? Yes?
I have two questions. Can you explain why we had a temporary loss, and the other one is what's in your account?
I like that question. No, I don't like that question. Okay. So 4 days ago we had our first loss. Why? Why did we lose? Even if we had 400,000 people trading at the same time. Because at that moment, there was somebody bigger that traded, and they moved the market in the opposite direction that we did, that we were trading for. That's the only way that we lose. As a single trader, no matter how big your account is, you only play along. Okay, that's the life of any day trader. They only play along the big boys. Okay, how they make money is predicting what the big boys is going to do. As with 400,000 traders, we dictate the direction. But 4 days ago, we lost on one signal. Why? Because there was a bigger fish. But by the end of 2026, our goal is to have 1 million traders strong. It is going to be hard to beat this team. Okay? We don't want to control the board all the time. We only want to control the board for that moment. Because we're only trading for a few seconds. Okay? And no, I will not share my account.
Is that why you have the 8 and 2? Is that to control this focus? Why 8 and 2?
8 and 2. Not sure what you're talking about.
Times to enter the trade times.
Oh, well, as far as the trade time, okay, we use the minute time frame. Okay, why the minute? Because it's the most accurate. And our money, because we don't buy and hold, we only are in a position typically. I haven't seen our money at risk any longer than 10 seconds. This 400,000 people movement is fast. We go in, boom, boom, we're done. Your money is literally at risk. No more than 10 seconds. Most of the times, 3 to 5 seconds. That's it. That's how good this team trading thing is. Okay? And then if anybody else says, oh yeah, this, or, you know, I already talk about the legality and so forth. Okay? We are completely in alignment with all the regulations and anything that you can think of with there. But I like his question. Do you trade? Because only traders actually understand this thing here that we're talking about, in some depth, right? But yeah, we are definitely a market mover.
So that's basically how this kind of works. You guys are, so why 8 and 2? So does the algorithm say that 8 and 2 is a more specific time, or is that no, this is the time that you pick for our traders to say, okay, we're going to move it this much at this time and at this time.
Yeah.
And then that's how we're going to.
That's it. We don't care about any other time. We only care about this moment that we're in. So we control the market for a very short period of time, and that's all we need.
So there's no pattern trade. There's not signal.
No pattern, no nothing. We power our way through at that time. Okay? So by the end of 2026, that power gets greater and greater. And it will come, the goal for the company is 10 million traders. And at that point, it's untouchable. When you have a platform that strong, okay, it's untouchable. We control the board at that moment, and that's plain and simple. There's just no other way to say that. Question?
Yeah, compared to the stock market, the crypto market is open 24/7, correct?
Yes.
Is it because of the volume that we only trade once a day?
No. The crypto, yes. Market opens 24/7 because people are spending crypto all the time, right? So that's why that market never closed. And that's why we're able to make money those 2 times. So those 2 times that is allocated basically is just, what the professor has deemed to be, the time that makes sense. Because built into, alongside of those 2 trades, there are other bonus trades and stuff like that that's built into it. So not only those 2 times, but the system is actually allocating other times as well for bonus trades and all that kind of stuff. But our 2 main trades, yes, those 2 times. But even if it's those 2 times, it's not exact. You know, we have a 20-minute window, and in that 20-minute, it could happen anytime there. And that's why our winning percentage will range anywhere from 60% to like 64.99 or something like that. Does that make sense? Because in 20 minutes time, maybe it takes you 5 seconds to trade, takes him 2 minutes, takes him 30 seconds. So we all go in a different time frame. And then so when it's finally all done, all of our positions are actually at different levels. And that's why we are making different percentages. Does that make sense? Okay? So everything is live. There is nothing here that is fixed. Everything that you go in is recorded at those time. That is your time slot. So yeah, nothing fixed. 100% real time. Yes?
Is there any reason to believe that whatever regulations, whether it's SEC or whoever regulates these markets, says this team trading, it's gotten out of your control, you're making too big a dent on the market, and they somehow cut us off or be like, no, can't do that anymore. You can't control the market.
No, I don't see that happening at all. Where they're saying, oh, it's making too big of a dent. You know why? Because we only control it for a few seconds, which is nothing from the scheme of things. We're only in it to control for a few seconds. We're not in it all day. And then, to go further on that, okay, who are they going to go after? Because when you trade, you're just one little guy. You're just one little person. Everyone in this team from all over the world, we're all nothing. The setup is as solid as you can get it. It triggers nothing. Is that pretty good? Yeah.
Yeah, just not understanding how big that Bitcoin market is, because in my eyes, I'm thinking, in a year's time, if we're all trading $1 million at a time, how is that not going to raise a million red flags? Like, whoa, what's going on?
We're all separate accounts. We go in as a team, but we're 100% separate.
So how does he say, if we're all going in even seconds, about 2 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute to set up the trades, how do we still maintain that whole mass 400?
Well, that is the genius behind this whole setup. Okay, that's the genius behind this whole setup, the algorithm and everything. We got people from all over trying to figure out how are they doing this as an algorithm. And then we got a lot of people that are like deep dive, heavy duty programmers. They cannot figure this out, okay? A lot of the ones that are copying us are those ones that think they know how this whole thing works. They go in and they fail. And we get the blame for it.
What happens if Professor Jeffrey...
System's already set. Yeah, algorithm, everything's already set. I don't want to think like that, but yeah, but it's set. Yes?
You got to remember, we trade 365 days a year.
Yeah, we trade all the time. Yes?
Say I'm trading and I decide, say I'm on level 3.
Okay.
And then something,
Are you really on level 3?
no,
Okay.
but I will be.
Yes, good.
Yeah, but, and say, for some reason, we move to a country that doesn't have this program. So what happens to my account?
Well, at that point, because you already have a starting base, let's say here in the US, right? You move to another country, it really doesn't matter. It's, in essence, from the standpoint of the system, you're just on vacation. You just need internet.
So if I was to move to, say, New Zealand, where this does not...
Okay, and then you move to a forbidden country.
Am I still able to trade?
I think you still can, but you can't do it long term.
You can use, but you have to use a VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, without having to further complicate the thing, I didn't mention VPN, but you know, you can. There are ways. If you're going to do that, you're going to figure out a way. Yeah. Okay, good. I love it. Today we got good questions. Hopefully it's good learning. Any other ones? Yes?
Going back to the field signal, like you said, in 9 months, for me was 1 month.
Yeah.
People were calling me and like I could change 99.6 that's the point for leaving.
Yeah,
So I was like, move on.
move on.
But then we got a recovery code, and I was like,
Yeah,
more.
and that's why Josh wants another one.
I was like excited for that.
Yeah, yeah. Everything, the whole system is set up so well, okay? And I urge all of you to do as much research as you can. And then what you will find out is the deeper you understand this, the more you like it. Okay, we don't shy away from people who go to legitimate sources to find out. But if you're just doing a surface search, our name is rotten. Why? Because we got a lot of copiers. And now we got 10 more that's copying. And then the moment those guys start failing, we're taking full blame on it, even though we'd never lose money for those people. And then there's articles out there that says, oh yeah, BG Wealth, they won't allow you to withdraw. Do you know how that thing is set up? Okay? To withdraw. People are just saying without really understanding how this whole thing is set up. You know how this withdrawal process works? Okay, let's do that. When you start to create your trading account, right? Okay, was it free? Yeah, it's a free setup. When you take the trade and then exit out of the trade, do they charge you money or is it free? It's free. So here, there's no
commission? Trade commission?
Not yet. Okay? So the way that this system is set up, okay? You set up the account for free, you trade for free. Trade entry, trade exit is all free, covered by DSJ. So here is a scamming company. It's a lousy scamming process if they pay everything up front for you. And this company is paying everything up front for you. Okay? All this trading costs, they bear that. Then, a couple of months later, you're like, oh, I'm making good money. I'm ready to withdraw. Okay? So when you withdraw, this is where they make their 12%. And do you know that legitimately, any exchanges out there, they're only supposed to make money through commissions, through transactions like this, right? When you withdraw money. And so this company is 100% following protocol. That's one. And then number two, they cover everything up front for you. So then when you're ready to pull money out, they charge 12%. And now, you're starting to see that it's contrary to what a lot of those articles are saying. They're saying, oh yeah, BG Wealth will not allow you to withdraw. No, that is false. They want you to withdraw. Why? Because it's the only time they make money. It is the only time they make money. And then as you start to have bigger accounts, they're going to like, how come you're only withdrawing once a month? Why are they inviting you to withdraw more? Because it's the only time they make money. Okay? So this setup right here, it's a perfect setup. 100% legit. The company, how it makes money, is as legit as it can get. Okay? There's a lot of ignorant people, a lot of ignorant whatever programs out there don't understand what we're doing, but they just point blank, oh yeah, it's a scam. That's like me looking at you for the first time. I know nothing about you. I'd say you're a bad person. Well, I can't just say that. And that's what all those other things are saying. But all we're doing here is just doing what all the big boys are doing. Okay? It's a great program. And if you have tough questions, well, I'm here. Bring it. I love those because you guys learn a lot. I've gone through pretty much everything. I've spoke with a professor pretty much on about everything. So if you have questions, well, I'm here. Bring it. I will hopefully be able to cover those. But there is nothing about this program that I don't like. They have pretty much crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. It's good. Okay? Any more questions? Oh, yes.
I know my wife asked this question the last meeting, but if you can kind of.
Oh, it costs 5 cents to ask the same one.
I got you, man.
Okay.
The sign up on new members, when you do the whole legwork, everything, and they're already registered under your grow line.
Okay.
What happens when a family or a friend, best friend, whatever, they want to go to them? Now they have to leave your grow line.
Okay, I'm going to have Samana answer that one. You want to answer that one? Yeah, because you sign somebody up already, and then they want to move to another because of relative, friends or whatever, or they don't like or that. Okay, first off, I completely discourage that because it really screws up the whole thing. It takes up a lot of time to do that. Okay, and then so now with that said, push comes to shove, can you do it? Yes, but very, very much discouraged. Okay. Sumana will explain that.
So, okay, yes, definitely you can do that. That's not a problem. But if you have a team already, and if she's the only one because we have this all day long, people want to do this, right? And they go, you know what? I already signed, but I have a whole team, or they're not happy with you as a leader, and then they go all the way to the professor and ask to move, and then they can. That's not a problem, but only them that can go. They can just liquidate their account, and they have to start all over. They cannot move their team with them.
Okay, yeah.
And here's the thing: if they are your direct, and then this is one of your 5, and then this one is actually have a whole team, and they're wanting to move, they can liquidate it. But if you are that's that one that hold you as a level, right, then you just have to replace it another person and build it. And put it in another 5, so that way you can still have all these people counted toward your promotion. But if this is make you level 5 because you have all the 5, then you need to put somebody else.
Okay, so it will affect our growth.
It will affect your level.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah, it will affect. So it's,
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Any other questions? You guys are learning a lot today because we got smart people asking smart questions. Okay, yes.
They just have to, they liquidate anything but when they sign up a new account, they're gonna have sign up, let's say they sign up with their phone number, that phone number will be locked for 90 days. And then so they have to have another phone number or another email or whatever. They cannot use that same phone number.
Okay, so 90 days?
90 days, it will take 90 days for them to liquidate.
To free up that phone number again. Okay, good. Any other ones? Yes.
Sorry, I apologize.
No.
Could you go over again the sign up and the transfer from US dollars to Bitcoin to the exchange to coming back to withdrawing into money? Can you explain how that works? And the sign up, you said, in the fees that the company pays for anything?
Okay, so here, the sign up process is pretty simple. Okay, you get the referral link, right? And then you sign up through that. Once you sign that up using either your phone number or your email, that becomes your username. That's your identifier. Does that make sense? Okay. So after you have an account, the next step is to fund your trading account. Okay? So the process of funding, there's a couple of ways to go about it. Okay? If you have the wherewithal as far as understanding crypto wallets and all that kind of stuff, then I recommend that you do that. Follow the protocol to get yourself funded that way. But the other way is you can possibly move up the line a little bit and says, hey, you got going, who helped you? Does that make sense? How did they fund their trading account? And then the people from above may be able to guide you through, creating your own thing, or they may even help you, fund that account if you have a big challenge in creating your own wallet. Does that make sense? Okay, so now, but let's say you can create your own wallet. So all you have to do when you create after you have your, let's say, crypto.com or Coinbase, whatever, once you have that set up, then the next thing is to put money into it. Okay? So you got money here in the bank. Now you got to transfer that money into your Coinbase. So if US dollar comes out of your bank, what you get when you get here is also US dollar. You don't have crypto yet. Does that make sense? So US dollar, you get US dollar. Once you get money in your Coinbase or your wallet now, then you use that US dollar to buy crypto. And the crypto that we use here for our trading is USDT. Does that make sense? So then, let's say you got $1,000. $1,000. Oh, let me put it this way. Let's say you want to fund your trading account $1,000. Does that make sense? So you go ahead and says, I'm going to transfer $1,000 from the bank to your, let's say, Coinbase. Now you got $1,000 here, but that's cash, right? But here's where a lot of new people don't understand. That, okay, so you got cash, but now you want crypto. The crypto we want is USDT. But this $1,000 that you have, when you go to buy USDT, you're going to get about maybe $9.75. Why? Because there's exchange rates that you have to pay. So you have to keep in mind that if you want $1,000 in your trading account, you got to put at least 5% more. So you got to at least deposit $1,050. Does that make sense? So you put 5% more with all the fees taken out. Give or take, it's right there where you can have your 1,000. So you got to figure that out. So that's kind of the fee. But then the system already knows that you are going to incur fees when you're buying the USDT. So what happens? Yes, you got to pay that up front. But at the end, you get your trading account and everything all set up, everything all activated. The company will then pay 5% back and say, okay, this is to help cover those fees that you had to pay out. Does that make sense? Okay, so I can't think of a more fair company, to be honest with you. This system thought of all that. Most system, where you have to pay for all, they're not going to cover that. Yeah, they do.
I'm going to add another thing on this one because I got a lot of questions. People are texting me, and just now I just haven't had a chance to answer it yet. So you know how a lot of people, we got new people coming online and signing up, and then they have different crypto wallets and all that. But we all have to know that our system trades in USDT, pair with BC, but it doesn't matter. But by the time we fund our account, it needs to be USDT, okay? So there's people are coming from all different crypto wallets, and then they all go, oh, I have a Bitcoin. Great, you can have any kind of coin that you want, but you just have to convert it into USDT and then send it to DSJ. And then they keep on sending it, so they send Bitcoin as well.
It will accept it, but there's a lot more process you got to go through.
But you just have to convert all that, make sure by the time it gets to your trading account, make sure it's USDT. Otherwise, you sit there and trading, and there's nothing coming out. There's no profit. Yeah,
and we do. And we have people that would transfer, let's say, Ethereum or other kinds of crypto into the trading account. They even put it into the trade account, and as they trade, they make nothing. And they're wondering, how come I'm not making money? Because only if it's in USDT will the system utilize that money for trading. Any other denomination in there, it doesn't work. It has to be USDT. So.
It's a very expensive cost.
Oh, yes.
It costs you a lot too, because when you transfer that fund into your Ethereum into trading, what happened when you transfer it back out? That's a 20%.
Yeah, because it's inside of 50 days.
Yeah, that is a very
so very, very expensive process. You got to learn it. Okay. Yeah, but you understand the fees, right?
Yes, because I know when I make a trade, I charge every time I make a trade.
You don't get charged until you pull out. And then when you pull out, it's 12%.
Okay, so there's the 40, 60, and the 12.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Can you pull
Oh, I got the perfect one. You know, there's a thing, it's called recorded Zoom meeting number 4. We did that already, buddy. Yeah, everything but his account. But all the steps are there.
And you cannot send from ESJ to DSJ.
No, they do not have DSJ. They don't have a peer-to-peer set up, and they won't. And the reason why is they need to make their 12%. They've been covering all this for you. So when you pull out, they do this specifically so that they can make their 12%. You can't transfer your money from your account to his account, okay? Because where's their 12%? They've been covering all that for you.
So after that 50 days, when you want to take out whatever amount
Yeah.
you want, you convert that
Yeah.
to
Uh-huh.
US dollars, and then
Yeah.
you charge the 12%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then that 40 that BGUL takes is that's their fee for providing the signals and.
No, BG Wealth, that 12% doesn't go to BG Wealth. That 12% goes to DSJ, the exchange itself. BG Wealth already made their 40% at the trading level. Okay? Yeah. And then another thing too, you know, this here gives me goosebumps to think that the professor will do this. Because I know of no one who will do this. Let's say you're the originator of this idea. Team trading and all this kind of stuff. And then you start to promote this and people says, oh yeah, I'll put some money in there, I'll put some money in there. And then you decided that, okay, it's a great idea. Then when people put money in, you don't get a penny of it. It all goes through this DSJ exchange. You take the blame, 100% of the blame, but you don't hold 1 penny of that money. It all goes into an exchange. And all that is for you. No one will do this, where they put their whole name on the line, and when once the money is raised, they don't hold a penny of it. It's pretty admirable. Okay? It's pretty, yeah, it's very good. Very good. Because I would not do that.
I want to see the professor's account, like how he wants to see your account.
No, that's too big for all of us. Okay, any other questions? Oh, yes.
I'm not sure if it was answered, but.
If it has been answered, it's 5 cents.
So, I have friends and families that have joined with other teams, but they haven't been getting the support that they want or need.
Same question as what his questions earlier.
So what was the answer to that? Sorry.
5 cents. Okay, yeah, so essentially, you know, I will say the same thing again. Okay, it's not encouraged, but if they can't handle it, because ultimately, they can make money without changing. Okay, all they need to do is just do the team trading. That has nothing to do with anybody else. Does that make sense? Okay, and then so, you know, company has all kinds of resources for them too. It's just that you guys are lucky that we're consolidating all these things, putting all these resources and everything for you guys. Okay, but you know, if it's a must, then they move out of there by themselves, liquidate everything, start all over.
Now, I know this is from the last meeting about taxes. Is there anyone here that's been here long enough to tell us about taxes?
We're only in it 9 months and it's not even tax time. Okay, get with your accountant. How do they tax crypto? Okay, every state is different, and there's just no way to answer that. Okay, even from what we know, even the accountants that you go to will have a hard time because there's just no standardized format yet. Okay, so but you need to talk to them. Okay. So, yeah, but see, even if they send a 1099, okay, it has to be, do they send it based on just what money you have in there, or do they send it based on the capital gains that you get? Okay, so these are questions that, you know, it's very, very specific. And and each state has its own way of doing things. Okay, I had a question up here. Yeah?
Hey, Richard, this is a withdrawal question. How much is it, 5 cents?
Well, yeah, well, wait, you can go back to 5, I think 10 for you now.
Hey, it's good.
Okay, all right.
I got a dividend coming in, so
And by the way, I've been charging a lot of 5 cents, and so far, in about, I don't know, maybe 10 years, I truly earned 5 cents. It's at my house.
you'll be all right, because you can withdraw $1 million, right?
Hey, okay, go for it.
Hey, so what is the most effective way to withdraw money without your personal institution, like your personal account, closing on you because of all these large amounts?
No, withdrawal is fine. It's the wiring out.
It's the wiring out?
Yes, the withdrawal, you can pull money and put it into your bank, and your bank will be happy for you. They will love you.
Okay.
Because the more money that
Yeah,
you
it's
deposit.
the withdrawal. And then that withdrawal procedure is the reason why they don't like it. Banks flat out don't like it, okay? You got $10,000 in your savings account, and it's been there for years, and then after a year you earn like 50 cents, okay? Then they're making use of that money. And then so you go out there and says, I want to pull that 10,000. They don't like it because now they can't make use of your money anymore, okay? And then so for that reason, their explanation is the same. We don't understand crypto, and therefore, we don't want you to do this, continue to do this or whatnot, because if you do, then they will go ahead and shut you down. Our bank account's been shut down 3 times, so we have to move banks 3 times now in the last 90 days. Okay, just simply because we're just trying to help our people. And so when you do enough of it, the banks will say, oh, we don't understand crypto, and we don't want to do business with you. And that's it. You got to move on to the next one. But, it's they're going to have to deal with it. And they really can't do anything because it's your money. We have people that threaten the bank right back and says, hey, I got 3-4 accounts with you. If you don't let this wire through, I'm going to close all of my accounts. That seems to work for everybody.
But here's the thing, that's why everybody needs to, when they sign on, and then you're as a leaders, and just help them set up their own crypto wallets. And then if they just do one time on their own, they're fine.
Yeah, they all need to do it either way, because you will need it to withdraw money. If the leaders are helping you, that would be temporary, just to help fund your account. But after that, you still need to get your own crypto wallet, because you got money here, and you're going to need a wallet to withdraw your own. Okay? So in the long run, that's how it would go. Yes?
Is it pretty common for Coinbase to tie up funds even after it's like, for example, my dad put a bunch of money, we waited 7-8 days, it cleared, but then when we went to transfer it into DSJ, then another hold just got put on it till...
Okay, I will answer that, and hopefully it will make sense for everybody. This has been the issue for newbies. All the time we have this issue. Okay, there's 2 ways to fund your trading account. Okay, you got, when you, let's say, use Coinbase, and then you go out there and you link your bank account to it, right? So you got your bank checking account linked to it, and then they say, oh, because you linked your bank, now we give you like a $5,000 limit, for example. Okay? Now, people will look at it and says, oh, I got a $5,000 limit. And what happens is they're thinking, well, I only need $1,000 to fund my trading account. So what do? They went ahead and bought USDT using that limit that they have, right? Okay, that's the checking account. So when you do that, the wallet will allow you to trade inside there, buy this, buy that, inside the thing, but it will not allow you to withdraw. Here's why. They never receive your $1,000 yet. Let's say, okay, I'll use a real life example. We used to have a whole bunch of dry cleaning stores way back then. And let's say you came to my store and you did some dry cleaning. and you pay with a check. So let's say it's $50. So you came back, pick up your clothes, you gave me a check for $50. And then to you, you paid me. But to me, I never received the $50 yet. I have to deposit it. And then once I deposit it, it takes a few days to clear. And then by the time that thing's clear, it's 3, 4, 5 days later. That's really when I made the money. Does that make sense? When you use your checking account to fund that USDT, you think Coinbase already received your money, but they never did. It takes a whole week before they are able to clear that money. And then once they receive the money, that's when you're able to transfer that thing out of there. That's why you have to do the 1 week wait.
But even after the first week, and then it cleared, we were able to finally allow to transfer to DSJ.
Okay?
Now it's put another hold.
Because you need to do the test, the stamp test.
I think it's saying it's a secure. So I just wonder, is that just for somebody that's just using
They
Coinbase?
just incorporate that.
Yeah, and it's a new security measure that they do, if you're new.
Because I was like, we just waited a week.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then if you've already done your stamp test and all that stuff, go back to the support. Coinbase does not have any phone number or anything that you can talk to. You have to log into your Coinbase and then chat with the support team and ask it. Then and then sometimes they clear.
I mean, it's fine. I just didn't know if it's every time we want to.
No, it's just the initial times, and then it's kind of a random thing too. Not everybody gets it, okay?
It happened when I did it to mine, and other people, so I don't know, like.
Okay.
I don't know
I'm going to show you the second way to fund this thing, okay? So we know that if you fund your account just using your checking account, it will have that 7-day hold. And that's straight across all wallets, okay? Whether it's crypto, whether it's Kraken, whether it's Binance, it doesn't matter because when you pay that way, they never receive the money. So they're going to have to wait until they receive it. Okay. The faster way to do it is to do wire transfer. And this is how all of the leaders are able to help fund all of their people, is by doing wire transfer. So the wire transfer works this way, okay? You go to your bank and you tell your bank you want to wire money into your wallet, okay? Typically, if you do it before like 10 o'clock that day, the funds will be available same day in a few hours. And then since in this case, wire transfer means immediately the money is already, the bank already received it. That's why they are able to clear it that same day, right? Okay? So once they clear it, then you're good to go. So it's either that day or the next day. That's the wire transfer. That's how Josh has been doing it. That's how we've been doing it. And you can help a lot of people going that way. Does that make sense? Okay? So those are the two ways. And we don't know of any other way at this point. When I get back, I know at this point Hawaii has issues with Coinbase. There's a lot of limitations with Coinbase. So when I get back home, I'm going to add 2 other wallets that I'm going to be doing tutorials on. Okay? I'm going to add Kraken and I'm going to add Binance. I think with these 2, it should cover a lot. I want to do the Binance.us because it's very, very similar to the regular Binance that they have, but it's a little bit more stringent compared to the international Binance, okay? And so we're going that way. But overall, in the long run, I still recommend Coinbase. Why? Because you're going to have a lot of money down the road. You're going to have a lot of money down the road. Coinbase is a U.S. company. Even though they charge more, I still think it's a lot safer. Okay, because if the money is somewhere else, I don't know, but the money is here with Coinbase. Question here? Yes? No?
How old are you? You asked.
Oh, that was my birthday 3 days ago. I was 19 for the 56th time. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, you said DSJ is the company's exchange, created exchange?
No,
So where
DSJ
does
is,
your 40% go to? You said that professor doesn't hold that one. Where does that one go?
Oh, okay. So the relationship is this. We have this cooperative contract. That cooperative contract is, one, they are teaming up this marketing effort along with an exchange. Okay? So the marketing effort is us with all the algorithms. And then DSJ says, okay, we like this idea, so go ahead and get this 10-year contract going. They are able to allow the DSJ platform to put a specific program right into their trading platform. Okay? And that's that agreement. And then so now, when, how it works is, when we do the team trading thing, okay, 60% goes to the trader, 40% goes to BG Wealth. That's how it goes. They get paid, BG Wealth gets paid right away, just like us. Then DSJ says, we like to set up, because there's a lot of, the big win rate. They know that they're going to be, people are going to, down the road, pull money out. Does that make sense? So now they say they are willing to front all the expenses up front. And then that's where at the end they make the 12%. Good question. I like that. Hopefully I can distinguish that. Okay. Any other ones? Yes.
I had one issue with a scammer.
Okay.
He was using you guys as one thing.
Oh, yes. There was a scammer using our name that we're inviting people to other opportunities and stuff like that. If you see those, let us know, and you need to help remove them. We will not do anything like that. Okay.
We know it's a legitimate company, your the PG company versus lookalike.
Well, no. Yeah, there's other companies out there that literally just use our name and say, hey, we're inviting you to join this other thing. And then because we have so many of our team members, without really looking, a lot of our team might just click on it, and now they're part of something else that they are not aware of. Okay? And then that is a prime example right there. Look, we're nobodies. But yet there's already people trying to use our name to scam.
Just like Martha showed,
You know what I'm saying? Just imagine the company.
So the
It's
program, so let me just use that example, like yesterday, Martha just kind of texts us as like, hey, some of the Martha's team reach out to Martha and say, hey, it looks like it being issued on our name, and say that, we have a private meeting and all that stuff that you guys want to come. And then it's like, we would never do that, because first of all, everything that we communicate is only through our team telegram. And we don't send any private message to anyone. But somehow they got our name to invite our team, anybody, I don't know how, but they got an invitation, and then they kind of suspicious enough to call Martha, and then I go, okay, let's just put an alert urgent and say that this is a scam. So you block them. If you don't know, if it sounds suspicious, then that's what you need to do. Because, yeah, they just reach out to us, using our name, and then if that individual were to go ahead and click and join, they would have joined something else that they didn't even know, but they thought was...
But they're using our name to do it.
Yeah.
See, we're at a nothing scale, but yet people are already taking advantage of that. And imagine the company. Okay, it's this grand scale, and then there's so many scammers out there that are trying to just write off this. Oh yeah, we're part of this BG thing. You click on it, and you're on to another thing, but they make it so similar. There's another program out there that is so similar. They even call the founder, the professor, and they even call their assistant Elena. That's how bad that is. Okay? That's how bad these scammers are.
So that's
But
why we need that referral code from...
yes, yes, it has to be very, very specific, because so many people are just trying to write off on this success. Yeah. Can you imagine that, though? They call themselves the professor and Elena.
We only communicate through the J team, and then in your team you also use Telegram. There's a lot of people don't know, and they just reach out to you and say, oh, hi,
Well, you guys keep on going here, but I need to start packing up. We got to go on a plane right here.
We need to turn.
But keep on going while I'm still here.
We're gonna keep on, training and have some question and answers, and maybe about 2 o'clock, we can do another presentation.
Yes, from the airplane.
And then, I'll show my account, it's not as, amazing as his, but I'll try to do a withdrawal live and,
Ooh.
show you how to deposit. Maybe we have $10 we can pull out or something like that. And then we have a lot of, all kinds of levels in this room, not even a few months, we have level 2, level 3, 4, 5, 6, and now 7 here, so, we just wanna, help answer any questions we have. I know about 1% what Richard knows, but I'll try to help with,
No, he knows a lot more than he's saying, okay? He knows pretty much everything I know.
so. We have a room till 5, and we'll probably have a break. We're getting some pizza or something, and, we'll just try to help out. Shannon and Alex and other experts, and Stevie here, and, all our teams from New Zealand and Australia can help get some input to us, so. Thank you again for Richard and Samana for being here. They're awesome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yep. So I'm sure we'll be back here soon, one of these times, again.